Welcome back to the channel, guys. So today we're going to do something a little different in this video. So we're going to show you Daisy on the Xbox, okay? So this is just going to be a quick video of the things that I've already done on this. And I have like maybe 22 hours in total, I think, on the game. But this is my setup on our server that we've created. And I just figured it'd be nice to change things up a little bit. So if you guys like my channel, you guys like me, please definitely hit that subscribe button right here, please. And turn them notifications on, okay? So we're just going to go straight over to it, and I'm just going to show you guys really quick what we've got going on here. Okay, so we'll do a quick run over here so you guys can see. So on the map, we're in like Electro. That's how I kind of pronounce it, but it's down at the end. So like, we've got tents. Everybody's got a tent. I got a tent. I got a sea chest. My husband's got a tent. I'll go in first person. This is my buddy Rocket. This is Chief. This is Stowe. This is Cap. And then I'm in like a quick little overview of like what's in my tent. So like I've got guns, I've got weapons, I've got duct tape. You know, I got the essentials, things that you guys, you know, kind of need. If you go into your inventory, you guys can kind of see what I've already got. Like right here, I've got the AUR-AX, I've got the Pioneer, I've got gear. The gear that I'm wearing is the hunter's jacket and stuff like that. I like the white. Over here, I gotta get close enough. Over here, I've got the other hunter's gear. I really like the hunter's gear, and this is kind of just a random miscellaneous chest, but I got suppressors and things like that. Spark plugs, you know, the essentials. So we'll go out here and I'll show you guys the rest. I'll show you around camp rebels. So this tent is just got extra flags that we need, all of the car parts, or not all car parts, but things for building and stuff like that, right? So better overview so you guys can see it. Car tent. We got 3 in total of the M3S's trucks. Not a whole lot in these, but we've already got the wood crates. We need to get some barrels for storage. Same with this one. Got 2 out of the 3 crates. I don't know where the other crate is. Apparently, it's on the ground. So we'll go put that back in there. If you guys haven't already figured out how to put stuff away or pull stuff out, go hit the 2 square button, your back button or start button or whichever one it is. Go over to what you need. Go down, push over, and just put it in your inventory. Now, if you want to put it back, and these are for people that have never played it before. You want to put it back. Go over to it, hold A, hit your bumper to go over, go down, go over to where the wood crate is, and hit A to let go. Or you could have hit B to hit combined. So just a heads up on that one. So here we have 2 of the 4x4s. Not a whole lot in here. We've got, you know, extra jerry cans, radiators, spark plugs, those importance. Same with this one. This one's got a few extra things. Some food, leather kits, you know, saline bags, because those are just, well, important. I always like to shut the door. I want to say mine's the green, but mine might be the white. I can't remember which one's which. So, but you can see right here, we've already started building towers and gates. So we have little areas to overwatch. This truck doesn't have a whole lot. So, like, here's where it comes into a very, very fine point for you guys. This shows you my dedication to here. Some of this is a little messed up, but, like, you can see bandages, all, like, heals. This one's got your blood bags and stuff. And then this one's got your saline bags. Like your medication. These things, man, we've been running and running and running to replace all of this stuff. Like, I need to go through and re-up part of it, because like this has 3 in it and this only has 3 in it, so that's gonna drive me batshit crazy. This one's got 5, this one's got 10, you know, but you can kind of see like some of these things are just everywhere. I need to fix that up. Food, I have not organized 100%, but this tent's at least got some food. This one's got our extra water and sodas. Almost everybody in the server has a canteen, so we haven't really worried about extra water, but I keep it there just in case. Car parts, radiator, spark plugs, those are essential. Belts and helmets. These are armbands, so we can identify who is who. I've gone through and found all of the armbands. This is our repair and matches and stuff like that. We need to find more. I've really got to do a hunt for more of that. And then here's some extra saline bags. Okay. Now we go into our tents. No, this one's a random one. Sorry. Sometimes the camera view's weird. Random one. I found a VSS finally, which is funny. That's the only game I'll ever have a VSS. This is a random as well. But these right here, we found the canopies, or the camo covers. The gloves and vests are in this one. This one's got our boots, jackets, pants usually, but I didn't have any, I haven't found extra pants that I want to put in there yet. Our backpacks that we have gotten from the military run. We're down a lot compared to what we had. Here's our ammo. We've been finding a lot of ammo and mags and clips and all of that stuff. Attachments. I'm very particular on what I carry. These are just guns. So, like, some of these guns you can find right off the ground at, like, a lot of the military outposts and stuff like that. But, like, you know, you got your KA-74. This one should be the Ellie Moss, which is worn, which you got at a helicopter crash. M16. Right here's the Vega Shotgun. It's an amazing shotgun. This one needs its damage, but this KA-101. 2 SMGs, basically the UMPs, but they're the SG5Ks. Another one is here, which is AUR-A1. This one is a little bit different than the one that I already have on, because this one you cannot put a scope on. It's already got a built-in scope. Then another Vega without the extended mag. Here's a VSD, badly damaged. I've got to fix that. I think these two, okay, that's a Mosin. And I think that's another Mosin. Here is the LAR repeater. Another KAS. And then the AUR-A1. So this one's got some good weapons and stuff like that in it, which is great. We don't, like, my buddy's got his tent up here on the water tower. And then we have all of these barrels that are over here that I've been very particular on keeping track of what's in them. Like, this one's got your epoxy car batteries and stuff like that. This one's got knives. Gloves. So you can see it's the gloves and boots for the, what is it? The NBCs? NBCs? Yeah. So the reason why these ones are all in here is because these are the gray ones. And then you have the yellow. And I think this one's empty. Yep, I haven't filled that one up yet because I had to go through and organize. So here's your masks and your filters. And then this one is your headpieces, which I need to move around, and your covers and things like that. So we've done quite a bit. We've got generators. We've got spotlights. We lost the car. We lost the gunter because somebody crashed it. This is our rando tent. It's got pistols and clips for those. But in general, guys, like, DayZ can be fun if you got the right people playing and things like that. You know, like, I got my night vision. I always run assault boots. If you guys can, the minute you find assault boots, always run assault boots because you can store a knife in your assault boots, which is amazing to have. Another helpful hint, if you guys haven't ever done this before, when you guys look at your inventory, it's hard to see, but if you look right above me, you guys can see me pushing through it, right? If you guys literally push down on your right analog stick, it'll close those things down. So you can see, okay, my AUR-AX, I can see what's on it. Well, I don't need to see what's on it right now, so I can close that so it takes less of the spaces on the side for you guys to have to worry about. I can close that. I don't have to have my boots open, so that's closed. Most of these things are important to have open. You don't really have to, but it's good. Like, have your bag open, your pants open, your belt, your coats, your vest. Those things are important to have open because then you can see what you've got. Like, I've got, you know, extra knives and bandages just because I go through and do all of that. I always carry chlorine tablets on me. Definitely a must when you guys are doing that. Something that I found is I only have to use the chlorine tablet one time per container. So I use the chlorine tab for my canteen. I don't use it again. I don't know if you need to, but I don't. So every bottle that I've emptied, I've used the chlorine tablet on all of these. So I'm going to go fill them up. My tactical belt, I technically can close that because it's just got my knife, it's got my pistol, and it's got my canteen. My bag has got a glow stick on it, and so does my butt pack. I don't really know what's like. My butt pack has got like the extra food. If you guys run different vests, look to see what they have in them or how much they can hold. I think a standard like this assault vest with the butt pack can hold 30 in the vest and 30 in the butt pack. But if I'm correct, a regular vest can hold 42. Let me see so I can so that way I don't feel like I'm lying to you. So okay, so 35. So this is the tactical vest. It holds 35, and then this one is just the field vest. So that one holds 30. So most of your vests are going to be the exact same. You have your field vest and you have your tactical vest. Now here you have just your assault vest, which is just the upper half of what I have on, and then you have the assault vest right here with the butt pack on it. You can see the two different ways that it's laid out, guys. Okay. This is a stab vest. Oh, okay. This is a plate carrier. This is a stab vest. So the stab vest has no storage. You can store grenades on it. Sorry. That's what you can store on it. This vest, you can hold 24 because of the pouches, but you can also put a pistol holster on there. So if you don't have it on if you don't have a pistol holster on your like belt, you can put the holster on the vest. You can put the pouches. Now you have to have the pouches on this vest. If you don't have the pouches, you don't have that stuff. You have a plate carrier, but you don't have any of the extra storage. So do remember that there's specific things that need to be attached to be able to carry certain things. Your bags are the exact same way. So like here, I have a field pack, which holds 90 weight. Okay. Wrong one. I always get confused. So like this one, here's two more of the butt packs or utility butt packs. Here's one bag, which is a field backpack, which is like mine. I think that's what we have on all of them. I think we got rid of all of the extra ones. But you can see by their weight, they're like, it's a 42 weight, but it holds 90 weight. So definitely a must to have. Also, another very important thing, when you guys are grabbing stuff, make sure that your stuff doesn't go into it. I have grabbed things off the ground and gone and set them outside, and my guns have disappeared, okay? One other thing to remember, if you guys are on a server, private, dedicated, community, it don't matter. If you guys go to an area and you're like, oh, hey, this has got just meh in it, hold X and take the stuff outside and set it down. Whatever the spawn rate is for the server will allow new items to spawn in that area, but I'm gonna take those. But if you don't take all of the extra stuff out of here, it won't spawn for 24 hours. And that's real time 24 hours. So always make sure you do that, okay? I know it sounds tedious, it sounds kind of dumb, but it will definitely help you when you guys are looking at trying to find more gear and stuff like that, especially if you guys are in your own servers and you're trying to do these things. If you do not do that, stuff isn't going to respawn. So if you see a raincoat in there and you're like, man, I don't want the raincoat, take the raincoat out of there. Throw it out. Also, to make the armbands, if you guys haven't ever made the armbands before, you have to use raincoats. So if you find a blue raincoat like I just did, I've already got blue armbands, so I don't need it. But I could have pulled out my knife and turned it into armbands, and I think one raincoat turns into like 6 armbands. So if you're going to end up doing that, just have the stuff that you need on hand and put them into tents like I did. We went color-coded so we could sit there and say, okay, I know I'm team green. So me and my husband both have green armbands. My buddy's got pink, my other buddy's got blue, one's got red. It helps us identify who they are because in DayZ, unfortunately, you can't see who's who because there's no name tags. There's no indicators like there is in 7 Days to Die. So, again, if you guys are looking to try to start building, I'm not suggesting this is the way to do it, but this is just a little bit of dedication and a whole lot of scavenging. One last thing that some people didn't know how to do, when you go in your inventory, if you go over and like say you have daily vitamins like I do, if you want a quick slot, it says it down below. Hold down on your left analog stick and put where you want it. Go up, like I have mine here, and push A. Mine emptied because it was already there. Push A, it's there. But now, if I need a quick slot, all I have to do is hold my right bumper. I can go to whatever it is that I want to grab and hit A, and it'll pull it out. It's always good to have. I find the vitamins is really good to have because you've been taking those daily. Having bandages, obviously when those bandages are done, you'll have to put another bandage in that quick slot. But when you're in a fight, it's 10 times easier to quick slot and grab bandages than it is to go into your inventory, go all the way down to try to grab it, and do that. I have my canteen, my guns, and I have some sort of melee weapon all within my stuff. If you're running the night vision goggles like I have, which is really hard to see, those are the toggle lights, if you're wondering what that is. So click it and then do night vision. Granted, that was really bright, so that was horrible. But that's just a quick example of the things that are of the utmost importance. Like here, my Pioneer. I don't use my Pioneer much because it's a night vision. Something else that people were not aware of, the minute you're sitting here, even if you're in like first person, when you pull your gun out, you can fire. Or when you're here, you can fire when you're holding the left trigger. If you want to look down your scope, you need to push down on the right analog stick. Okay? So like I'll put this back on my side, I'll grab my AUR. This one has just got a red dot. I want to look down the scope. That's all I do is I do that. So if you want to hold your breath, to zoom in a little bit with the red dot, push down on your left analog stick. It'll steady you and it'll hold your breath. It uses your stamina, but you can do that. So those are definitely the ways to make sure you guys are doing it. I can do the same thing with the pistol. Do this, click to look down the scope, hold my breath, steady in. Watching the attachments that you guys have is definitely a huge importance. Keep track of your suppressors. When they get damaged, try to repair them when they get damaged. Unless you have a bunch of them and you're fine. But if you don't damage them, the minute they break, they're gone. Clothes is the exact same way. Your clothes will start out however you find them. You can fix them, you can patch them, whatever. One big thing to remember is if your clothes get ruined, they turn red, they're ruined, don't take them off until you're ready to replace them. Unless it's shoes. Get rid of your shoes. You'll cut the shit out of yourself. Same with gloves. Gloves and shoes, get rid of. They don't hold any storage, so don't worry about it. But if you have a pair of pants that got completely ruined when you got into a fight, go find another pair of pants anywhere that you can, or if you have room in your backpack or whatever, and grab your items. Literally, one by one, hit A, go up, move the items. If you do not, and you take those pants off, you can't access any of that inventory anymore. For some reason, it was a glitch. I don't know if they've fixed that. If they have not fixed that, be very careful taking ruined clothes off until you replace them. A backpack is huge as well. If you set it down, you're like, oh, I'll just come right back to it. I'm going to go grab pants. It'll disappear. Just like your cars. If you destroy a car, like you melt the engine, if you disappear from that vehicle out of a certain radius, whatever's in that car and that whole car will disappear. It will despawn off the map. So keep that in mind when you're like, hey, where'd this go? I don't understand. That's why, okay? Figure out what mags and what clips work for what weapons, what ammo. Hover over it. It tells you what they take. So if you hovered over this gun, the AUR, I can look at that. It tells me it takes a 5.56 by 45. So I know I need that. Here's a mag. This one tells me it's a 30-round mag for the 5.56 45 for the exact mag or gun that I'm using. You can find ammo everywhere. If you go to the police stations, little military outposts, military bases, and things like that, just grab the ammo, because you never know what you're going to use until you finally settle down with what you're using. Like me, you will see me grab the 5.56 because I use it in both my guns. My Pioneer and my AUR both use 5.56. And then for my pistol, I take the 9x19 because it's the M-Lock. I have a suppressor for it. It's easy to find that ammo. You can find those M-Lock pistols in the police stations really, really easy. And then the last thing is like I said, always check your stuff. You can tell if something's torn just by staring at your character. I do it to my guys all the time that jump into my, my server. I will literally run up to them and be like, hey, your pants look torn. Fix them. And they'll be like, oh, they're not broken. And then they'll hover and they're like, oh, they are. You can tell when it looks a little torn, which it'll say it's damaged. Repair it. Most everything takes sewing kits. Except I think it's either my vest or my bag. I think it's my vest. Certain things you can only repair with leather repair kits. Tools you can only repair with sharpening stones for knives. Yeah, I don't know what about the other stuff because I don't use any of the other melees. But like knives, you have to have a sharpening stone. They are hard as hell to come by. The most common areas to find the sharpening stones are little outhouses. Literally look for the little like toilet outhouse and see if there's a sharpening stone in there. 9 times out of 10, that's where they're at. Boots can be only repaired. These assault boots can only be repaired with leather repair kits. So make sure that you guys are always carrying some sort of repair. Either a sewing kit, a thing of duct tape, or something like that to make sure you guys are good to go. Water bottles you'll find everywhere. Food you'll find everywhere. Knives you'll find everywhere. That's why I have so many knives on me. It's hard to see past my camera, but I don't worry about repairing the knives because I find them everywhere. So I use it. When it's gone, it's gone. Hopefully this kind of gave you guys an idea of how fun DayZ can actually be. And when you have friends and stuff like that, it's cool to go explore, hunt animals, hunt zombies. Be very careful when you guys are driving. These big trucks, if you haven't had one of the big trucks yet, you have to worry about the gas tank and the battery. Those are your biggest areas to have to worry. Like right here, like I think his like reflectors and stuff like that are damaged. His headlights might be. But you can see what's been damaged, what's pristine, what's not, okay? So like right now, his battery's still pristine, which is great. But those are what you can break. Whereas on the other cars, like these 4x4s, you have to worry about hitting the front end just barely hitting anything. And you will mangle the radiator. Because you have your radiator that's right here, your spark plugs that's right here, your battery that's over there, spare tire or whatever. But you hit these barely on anything, you're destroying the vehicle. Check everything that's in the vehicle. If you hit something and the vehicle's red, it'll show red, which is ruined. If you have a good tire or two, take the tires. If you have the spark plug isn't ruined, pull the spark plug out of the vehicle. The radiator is going to be your one thing that is destroyed. But the best rule of thumb when it comes to these is if you ruin your radiator, but the car's not destroyed, but your radiator's ruined, take your spark plug, take your battery. Automatically take those two out. That way you have them. Go find another radiator or have a spare radiator like I do. The other day, my buddy glitched out because the game kicked him. He ran into something. He totaled the car. So everything was ruined. But he grabbed like 2 tires and he grabbed all the stuff from the back of the car. Do not leave these things. So you might have a destroyed radiator in the car, but guess what? We have a radiator right here. So we'll pull this radiator out and we'll carry it with us. And we'll make sure we have it so we find another car. We can put it in there. 2 jerry cans. 1 with gasoline. 1 should be filled with water. This one hasn't been filled yet. Always with that. Because the radiators require water. So even if you're like, oh, it's a brand new radiator. You have to fill it up. If you don't have a jerry can, you can use water bottles. Go fill them up. Run over. Do that. Most towns have a water fountain. If you can find the water fountain and you have a few water bottles, go search for a few. I think it takes I can't remember if it's 4 or 7 water bottles to fill a radiator. Okay. Again, this is just a little glimpse of what we've done roughly on our Dayz server. And again, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any questions about Dayz, please definitely leave, you know, a message down in the comment and, you know, let me know. Please do remember, guys, hit that subscribe button. Turn them notifications on. I'm willing to make tutorials. I'm willing to do anything that you guys need me to do on this game to show you guys how and what to do to survive. I know there's a new update that's supposed to be rolling out on community servers right now with the Halloween event and things like that. The dedicated or private servers have not gotten that rollout yet, so I can't show you any of that. But the minute we do get that rollout, I will definitely put a video on there showing you guys the Halloween stuff with the pumpkins, witches' hats, and all that. And I know last year they had a Christmas event as well. I didn't get a chance to partake in that, but I am definitely going to this year. So, again, y'all, I appreciate you guys all hanging out. And if we don't see you again, have a good afternoon, good evening, and good night, guys.